Hello, friends. I hope you are well. So, this is spiritual marriage and romantic soulmate. So, Valentine Day is soon to come, and I thought I would make spiritual teaching about these concepts. I have put underneath a few links of videos to give an idea about how the concept of soulmate is seen in different religions and philosophies. And also, I've put a bit of an opening through considering, different type of soulmates. And for those who are widows or widowers, there is sometimes a strong connection with your spouse, which will last something forever. And I have put also a video explaining how one can keep communicating with a departed loved one because we are always one forever in universal love. So I hope it will help some of you on your spiritual journey. We can see that in some religion, when you marry on this earth, that you find your romantic soulmate, you will find your romantic soulmate in the other life. After you left this world, and you will remain married, like in Islam, for instance, and to a certain extent, in the Hindu as well, concept, one reincarnate many times, and one remains in all these lives with one spouse soulmate, romantic soulmate. Usually, in a Christian religion, there is not really possibility and conception that marriage lasts forever between two human beings. It is more a marriage to Christ, a marriage as a bride of Christ, a spiritual marriage, which is going to last forever. But Swedenborg, a Christian theologian, a Swedish Christian theologian, has explained that he had revelations showing otherwise, that you will remain married with your one and only romantic soulmate. Sometimes people marry different people, marry many times, and then in this case, he's explaining that you will be married to the one you truly love, obviously, because although we can have different soulmates, we have only one true romantic soulmate. And that's interesting because I've put a teaching explaining that we do have different soulmates, not necessarily romantic. We have a spiritual family tribe, and we can have shared deep universal love with brothers and sisters from our spiritual family tribe. We can experience a lot of divine blessings and a lot of depth of insight with spiritual soulmates, which are not romantic. Sometimes when we are feeling very down, we receive some special blessings, and we are visited by such beautiful, noble friendships. Friends who might have been, for those who believe in reincarnation, with us many times in many lives, and for those who don't, since we have eternal life, spiritually, we have a spiritual family tribe, okay, and we obviously find them, meet them on the way at the right time. And sometimes some of these deep friendships are temporary in our limited physical life during our time on earth, but they will remain eternally with us, and we are all connected spiritually through universal love. That's what I think. I've put a video about the Catholic view of the communion of saints. In universal love, we're always all connected spiritually. So I believe that the communication remains whatever, because we are first and foremost spiritual beings. If we leave our spiritual body, we are not obviously going to, we are always going to remain connected, even if we leave our physical body, through our spirit. Now, the when you are obviously looking for your spiritual romantic soulmate, it is always a time sometimes where you feel lonely and you feel that you are suffering from the separation. However, this time is very important because it's very important to first connect with your inner divine original higher self and source divine, so you can uh, grow spiritually, reconnect with eternal bliss first. Unfortunately, we are all suffering from when we because we live in duality, and we are suffering from some influences from our shadow selves. We are obviously sometimes feeling prisoners of addictions, or we are, it's not easy to satisfy us. All these things are obviously going to be damaging your relationship with your romantic soulmates. There are some issues you can work out together, and obviously you carry on growing together hand in hand, but there are some issues you need to sort out on your own, because you don't want to become codependent, and you don't want to cripple your chances of happiness. Somebody wrote a very interesting article that one needs to find a partner, not a project, under construction. But we are all, in a sense, a project under construction. However, we need to grow spiritually to a certain level before we can hope for a happy relationship, because happiness is an inner choice, and it's an inner connection with Source Divine and our, as I say, reconnection with our original divine higher self. That's where it comes from. By exiting this duality where pain is constant and there is alternation between grief and joy or pleasure, and also an illusion of our emotional or senses, where we feel one day hot, one day cold. And as long as we depend upon this illusion, we cannot really find happiness. We need to detach from this illusion to exit it by reconnecting with our original divine higher self, to exit this duality. When we are connected with Source Divine, we are receiving true universal love. And when universal love is our continual choice and we have grown into it, then we are more detached from our lower self, our shadow self, and we are able to be more stable because we are not going to find, and a lot of philosophies and religion explain that, because there is a kind of law of attraction. If you are not happy and you are always angry and you can't control your own addiction, you could attract a person with similar problems and live a terrible, dreadful relationship of pain together. So I think that if there is a waiting time, it's necessary. Also, some people say that the true soulmate is source divine because obviously our earthly soulmate, whether we are going to remain with our romantic soulmate just on this life or forever or in many lives, is a person who is embarked, like us, as I explained, on a journey, on a spiritual journey. When we want to grow, it's infinite, because we are all trying to reach out to the highest light, the highest wisdom. And there are many, Christ explained, there are many heavens and many levels of understanding of universal love. So this journey is infinite. And sometimes we need to really focus on this journey to grow spiritually. And some considered that Source Divine is the real soulmate because it is filling up with joy and harmony and highest light and universal love. And some, in some philosophies, some are not necessarily looking to be in a pair, to be married or to have a partner, but just to stay celibate. There's some Buddhist monks, or also in Christianity, in Christian religion, some Paul was advising for to people not to marry eventually, and stay single, to enjoy the blessing of this communion, spiritual communion with God. Um,